round of applause for Lohan.
Welcome everybody. Now, you guys can call me Sifu. Sifu is the Chinese term for teacher, also happens to be the same word for father. So again, I am the Sifu, I am the teacher here at this school, so again, you refer to me as Sifu. Sifu, again, Chinese word for teacher. Okay, so as you guys know, we're here to help celebrate the Lunar New Year. Now, it's a Lunar New Year, so again, it's not the same calendar that we know, so the New Year is a little bit different. So instead of the calendar that we all know and we all see all the time, this one follows the cycles of the moon and the stars in the sky. So almost every year, it's kind of a different part of the year where it starts, because again, it follows the cycles of the moon and the stars in the sky. So again, this is the Lunar New Year, and every Lunar New Year is celebrated by a different animal. So every animal, every different year. So now we are moving into the year of the horse, the year of the fire horse. So this is a good year. If you want to do something, you're going to be doing it all year long. You're just like a horse galloping, keep on moving. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you start this year, you're most likely going to be pushing forward and moving through it all throughout the year. Okay? So in the Lunar New Year, you do celebrations, especially in places like China, where you celebrate with the lions. Now these are not dragons, they're lions. Now we do have dragons. Dragons are usually really long, look differently. They kind of have a different face. These are what they call Chinese lions. Now the story goes, back in ancient China, the emperor at the time was having nightmares, and his nightmares, monsters and ghosts were scaring him. So every time he go to sleep, he always had the nightmares of the monsters and the ghosts chasing him. And after that, they would make him feel really good. So when he would wake up, be back in normal life, he wasn't feeling good because every time he wouldn't get good sleep because all the monsters and ghosts were always scaring him every night when he slept. So he went to his advisors and asked them, well, what can I do to get rid of these nightmares, to get rid of these ghosts and monsters that I have every time I go to sleep? And he's like, well, let's start doing things differently. Maybe it's like exercise, maybe let's change up our diet, maybe let's eat a little bit differently, and let's see how that helps. And so as he started exercising more and he started eating better, okay, then he noticed in his dreams, now the ghost kind of still came around, but now he noticed that there was a furry beast that was coming down from heaven. So every time now when he was eating good and doing his exercises, this furry beast in his dreams would now scare away all the monsters and the ghosts. So this furry beast came come down from heaven, scaring away the ghosts now every time when he dreamt. And he started feeling better. Every time the furry beast came in his dream, he started feeling better and better and happier and even luckier and luckier. So when he came in normal life, when the furry beast came in his dreams, he was a lot better, feeling a lot better about himself, felt a lot more happier, and he felt a lot more lucky. So he asked his advisors, wow, what can I do to bring this furry beast into real life? Okay, because I have it in my dreams, so what can I do to bring it in real life? He's like, well, let's see if we can get some of our warriors, some of our kung fu practitioners, we can get them to pretend to be these lions, okay? And they can do the same thing in the dreams. They can get rid of all the negative energy, all the monsters, ghosts, okay, and bring positive energy, bring luck, wealth, happiness, okay, longevity into our lives in real life. He's like, that's a great idea. So now they do that a lot of times for the Lunar New Year, because in the Lunar New Year, we're all starting anew, starting from the beginning again. So we want to bring the lions will bring everybody good luck, good fortune, happiness into the year to come. So that's why every Lunar New Year, they like to celebrate with the lions. Okay, so remember, they're not dragons, they're lions, okay? So in turn, so you see that doing for lunar festivals, you see it done for shops, you see it doing for blessings like weddings and stuff. Anytime you want to have good luck, good fortune in what you're doing, usually they like to have the lions be there to help create that, okay? So remember guys, these are not real lions, okay guys, all right? So obviously there are people in here pretending to be lions, okay? So I don't want you guys to get scared, okay? So when the lions come to life, don't get scared again. They're not real lions. They're just people in here pretending to be lions, okay? There's going to be a little bit of music that's going to accompany the lions, because the music also helps bring the good luck and good fortune. So a lot of times you want to have the music really loud, but we're not going to be that loud, okay? But a lot of times the music also helps bring the good luck and good fortune, and also helps with the cleansing, the getting rid of the negative energy, getting rid of the monsters and the bad ghosts, or whatever doesn't make us feel good with our lives. Okay, so again, they're not real, they're lions. Now, there's going to be one part where the lions are going to come out to try to bring everybody good luck. Now, usually, it's good luck if you can touch the lion's nose or if you can touch the lion's fur, because they want to bring good luck. So, usually in the Lunar New Year, when the lions come by, for one, people who usually feed the lions, sometimes they feed them money or feed them red envelopes, that kind of stuff, to get them good luck with fortune and money, but also wanted you to get a chance to touch the lions. So when the lions do come close, okay, for one of the parts, you guys can try to pet the lions, try to pet try to touch the nose. But just like if you guys ever try to pet a cat, okay, cats don't like that you pet them. If you're kind of smiled, you're kind of cool, you're kind of alright with it, then the cat will let you pet them. But if you're all loud and crazy, usually the cat will kind of walk away and not let you pet them, okay? So if you guys maintain, you guys behave, you guys can try to touch the lion's fur, touch the lion's nose. It's usually going to bring you guys good luck. And we live in Las Vegas. We live in a city that has a lot of casinos. So we do shows for all the casinos. So every time we get a casino, everybody's trying to touch a lion's fur and lion's nose to get them good luck. Try to hit really big in those slot machines. So again, everyone try to touch the lions to bring him good luck. So if it comes close, see if you can try to touch the lion's fur, touch the nose. But again, try not to be scared or try not to be too crazy and stuff because again, the lion won't let you pet him. Okay. So as well as doing the lion dance, we're going to do some traditional kung fu forms. So part of in China. Part of self-defense was learning to do martial arts, okay? So learning to protect themselves, because back in ancient China, they didn't have police the way we have police these days. They would have armies, but usually everybody had to defend themselves. So if you knew martial arts, it really helped to protect yourself when bad people came around, when thieves, bandits, and everything showed up. It was really good if you could protect yourself with the martial arts. So we're going to do some kung fu demonstrations, which I'll begin to explain a little bit later. But first we're going to do is we're going to start off with the lion dance. So again, lion brings good luck, prosperity. We're going to do a little performance before. We'll do a little bit of kung fu. And then after that, the lions are going to see if they can greet you guys. And if you guys want to get a chance to pet the lion, or pet the lion's fur, or be able to touch the lion's nose. Okay, so again, it's going to be, okay, pretend, say it's not real lions, so everyone don't get scared. Most of the people are brave, but teachers, there's always that one that kind of gets a little bit freaked out, so just kind of be aware. There's always one. Most everyone's brave, but there's always that one that kind of gets a little scared. Okay? All right, guys, so again, we're going to present you guys the lion dance. Okay, so again, we're the Lohan School of Shaolin. Now, again, in ancient China, they didn't have police the way we have police these days, okay? So now if we have trouble, if we see bad people around, we call the police come and they help protect us. But back in ancient China, they didn't have police. They had the army, but the armies were usually busy fighting wars and stuff. So in every town, in every little village, you had to protect yourself. So if bad people came around, if thieves showed up, if bad people showed up, it was up to everybody in their own town or village to protect themselves. So it helped if everybody learned Kung Fu and everybody learned martial arts. So everybody, so if you lived in a town, especially a town that didn't have the army nearby or didn't have any police, hey, everybody had to protect themselves. So the more, the merrier. Learning Kung Fu really helped out. So you would learn Kung Fu, all the little boys, little girls will learn Kung Fu, all the aunts and uncles learn Kung Fu, all the grandmas and grandpas, everybody will learn Kung Fu, all right? So again, if you learn Kung Fu, you're going to protect yourselves, okay? Protecting yourselves, again, with your hands and your feet, okay? But also, too, a lot of times you also protect yourself using weapons. So first we're going to do a little bit of I'm going to do a demonstration of one of the weapon forms. We're going to do a demonstration of some of the hand forms, and then also a few more demonstrations of how they used to practice using the weapons back in ancient China. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off with one of the more advanced weapons. For one, I'm going to give my guys a little bit of a breather, so I'm going to start off first. Okay, so again, I'm going to use one of the more advanced weapons. Now, back in ancient China, they would start only using weapons they kind of had around. They would use their stabs. They would use whatever they kind of find. Later on, when the army kind of transitioned into normal life, and that's when you start seeing all the swords and the spears and the really cool weapons like this. Now, this one is usually called a quan dao, or sometimes called a pu dao, which just means in Chinese, big knife. This looks like a big old knife, okay? So what we're going to do is, again, some Kung Fu demonstrations. Again, guys, don't get scared. Later on, I want to see if you guys can be able to guess the kind of Kung Fu that we're doing. And then again, we'll go ahead and bring on the lion. So first, we're going to go ahead and do my demonstration with the pu dao, the big knife. Back in ancient China, you had to use whatever they had to defend yourself. So now we're going to show a little demonstration of what, again, run really cool the weapons that we get to do. So we're going to demonstrate one of the
sword.
weapons, without weapons. Now, back in ancient China, when you learned the Kung Fu, it was learned for self-defense because you really had to protect yourself, okay? Especially because those days, okay, you didn't know, so you want to be able to protect yourself as best you can. Okay, again, we didn't have the police, so it really helped out if you knew self-defense, if you knew Kung Fu. Now, later on, after you start getting better at Kung Fu, some of the Kung Fu masters at that time, when they were creating their Kung Fu styles, they were looking for different inspirations to what they could do to make their Kung Fu a little bit more creative. So they would look out to their environment to kind of see what they have them and use that as inspiration for creating their Kung Fu. So looking out into the environment, they noticed all the different type of animals that they had, especially the animals they have in China. So right now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Kung Fu demonstration of a particular animal. Now, after they're done, I want to see if you guys can guess which animal it is, okay? So again, we're going to do some Kung Fu with one of the animals, and I want to see if you guys can guess which animal we are demonstrating for that particular form, okay? Well, I'll give you guys two hints first. Now, I don't know if you guys still watch Kung Fu Panda. Is Kung Fu Panda still a show that people like Kung Fu Panda? I like Kung Fu Panda. Let's go around. Everybody know Kung Fu Panda? Hey, I like Kung Fu Panda. Okay, so for one, one of the animals is not panda. Okay, so nobody say panda because unfortunately there is not a real panda style. Maybe someday someone can create their own panda style, but it's not panda. And second one, as you guys do watch the Kung Fu Panda show, he has these friends called the Furious Five, and some of the animals might be his friends in the Furious Five. Okay, so the two hints are, okay, it's going to be not panda, but it is. Okay, one of the other hints, it is going to be one of Kung Fu Panda's friends. So if you guys watch this show, you might be knowing which animal it is, okay? So guys, so then we're going to do a demonstration of now Kung Fu utilizing some animal styles. Okay, so again, as you kind of saw his hands holding the claws of the tiger. And also, tiger is a really strong style. So you move, you put everything behind it into your moves, okay? All right, now we're going to do another animal. This one might be a little more difficult, so let's see if you guys can listen. No, not a jaguar. Hey, what is over here? Oh, mantis. You got that one right over there. Now, the mantis style, their hands move really fast, kind of like I've ever seen a mantis eat. They grab really fast with their hands. So you saw you see these hands? Really fast hands. All right, okay, one more animal, guys. Let me see if you guys can get this. No, not a cheetah. Come over here. What do you think it is? No, not a goose. All right, young lady over here. What do you think it is? Oh, snake. She got it. All right, very good. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a couple more demonstrations before we finish up in the lion. Okay, now, attention. Kung Fu martial arts are used for self-defense. So now we're going to see a little demonstration of actually how they used to really apply it for real self-defense, okay? So now we're going to finish off with a couple more forms. Right now we're going to show self-defense. And after that, we're going to do a style that everybody can do from young up to old, 80s, 90s, people still doing Kung Fu to this day. Okay, so now the next couple we're going to demonstrate is again the one that's probably seen all over the place, okay? Now, back in, especially California, in China, areas, okay, where they have a big Asian community, you see a lot of people doing Tai Chi out in the park all the time. Now, Tai Chi is an exercise, it's a Kung Fu form that can be done at any age. So you can be little people doing Tai Chi, and we have people in their 80s and 90s still doing Tai Chi. When one of our Tai Chi teachers, one of our mentors, Billy Ann, she was still almost 90 years old, still doing Tai Chi up until she passed away. She probably was doing Tai Chi every single day. So now we're going to do one more demonstration before we bring out the lion. shoes.